This is a quick tutorial on the method that Janthe uses for Dracula. It's what I use for Dracula. It's very specific on what the things are, but once you practice them just a little bit, you should be able to pull off really fast Drac fights each and every single time. And so we're going to do one step at a time, just so you can see what's going on. The first thing is the scrolling to get to this point. You want to make sure there's not even a single frame delay going all the way through this whole section to spawn Dracula. And when you do so that's number one. Number two, when you do a save state here, it cannot involve a pause. Okay, I spent like 3 hours on a bad save state because I had the start button as part of my two buttons that I pushed to do a save state with the EverDrive, and it was changing the way that Dracula is supposed to behave. So I had to do some troubleshooting, found out that I had to do a save state that didn't involve a pause in it, and then I got all the results that I wanted to have. So those are the first two things. The third thing is when he blinks. You don't want to throw when he starts to blink. All right, you initiate your first jump about a half second after he blinks, and I will demonstrate. Alright, so it starts to blink, half second, go. Alright, it's always wait for it starts to blink, then it's a half second. Alright, that's the first thing. That's the timing you want to use. He starts to blink, wait about a half second, and then you jump and throw. Second, when you throw the cross, you don't want to throw it at the apex of your jump, you want to throw it as you're coming down. So it's so you get to the top and you start to fall a little, throw it right then because it needs to go through his face more. That's going to do multiple hits, and then so when the multiplier would drop from the candle when the candle is hit because your cross has killed enough enemies. Alright, so the fifth thing, that was the fourth thing. The fifth thing is the jump rhythm that you do. It's jump, jump, delay, jump. It's almost like a half second delay. So you wait till he starts to blink, you wait a half a second, and then you initiate your jumps. But it's jump, jump, delay, jump. And I'll show that a few times. And if done right, you will never get hit by his fireballs. Alright. If you did the timing with the half second after the blink begins and you do the rhythm jump, jump, delay, jump, you will never get hit by his fireballs. Okay. So the sixth thing is where the fireballs are going to be is going to determine what pattern you have. Alright, so we'll do that a few times. The fireballs went above my head. That means we got the slow pattern. All right. He didn't throw the fireballs fast. It was more delayed. So I'm already on my way down from my jump, so that they fly over my head. So that's the slow pattern. We'll do it a few times to see both of them. That's the fast pattern because he threw the fireballs faster than usual. And now they went under you. That's the fast pattern. So we're going to watch both patterns here for a second. Fast pattern. Fast pattern. Fast pattern. That's a fast pattern too. I messed up the jump rhythm and timing. Fast pattern. Okay. Let's see if we can get the slow pattern again so you can see what that looks like again. It's fast pattern. Fast pattern. Messed up the timing on that. Keeps giving me the fast pattern. Might be a bad save state. Nope, there's the slow pattern. Okay, so the sixth thing is, once you know what pattern it is, you wait until Dracula despawns. No matter what pattern it is, you wait till he despawns. When he despawns, that's when you initiate the right input to go and grab the multiplier. Alright, you always wait. So you'll see that I wait until he despawns, and then I go and get the multiplier. If it's the fast pattern, when we grab the multiplier, we're just going to stand still. Alright, and he's going to spawn in the middle. If it's the slow pattern, we're going to do a little dance. Alright, we're going to juke to the left a little bit, probably a block and a half or so, because we just want him to spawn on top, because he's going to spawn on top of you, and we want him to spawn right there in the middle of the blue window in the far right. So I'm going to let you see what both of those look like. Here's our delay. It's the slow pattern. So we did the little dance. It's a fast delay. Fast pattern, I mean. So when I always wait for him to despawn. Wait, despawn, now grab. It's a slow pattern, so we do the dance. Always wait till he despawns. Slow pattern. So we do the little dance. And I initiate those two boomerangs at this spot right here. When that line is up my crotch, when I'm dead smack in the middle of this window, that's a good time to start throwing your crosses. And it's... Oops. See if we can get that. Initiate it right. Slow pattern, wait till he despawns, grab, do your little juke. Throw at that location. In this particular save state, it's dropping a triple multiplier, but we don't want that to happen. So that's the slow pattern that we just saw, so... That's a fast pattern. Wait till he despawns, grab, you'll spawn in the middle. Same thing, do a slight delay there so that we can time all this out. And that's what the fast pattern looks like. The third phase, the third cycle, this is always the same, and that's you throwing those two crosses from that right around that location. Fast pattern. Wait till the despawn, grab. I did a slight delay right there. And if everything's done right, you'll have about four health on him left. So that you can just jump up and kill him. Fast pattern. Another fast pattern. I didn't delay long enough, and it forced him to spawn further to the left than we want. So once we do the hit, do a slight delay, now go. See, he's down to 3 health now. And this is really safe. Another fast pattern. do a slight delay, hesitation there. It's down to 4 health. And the slow pattern again. Do the juke. Alright, so that's it. Number 1 is make sure you get here without losing any frames, and you have a safe state that doesn't involve any pausing at all. 2, we want to make sure that he begins to blink and wait about a half a second before we initiate our first jump. 3rd, when we throw the cross, we not throw it at the apex, but when we're slightly coming down, so we can clip his head a little bit more. It causes multiple hits so that the candle will drop a multiplier. 4 is the jump pattern, which is the jump, jump, delay, jump. And if you don't delay long enough, then you run into the fireballs. If you do the jump, jump, delay, jump just right, at this point, after you've done everything else right up to this point, you'll never get hit by the fireballs. 5 is what pattern you're on. If the fireballs go over you, it's the slow pattern. If they go under you, it's the fast pattern. And no matter what, when you land after your 3rd jump, and you know what pattern you're on, you wait till Dracula despawns, then you go and get your multiplier. If the fireballs went under you and it's the fast pattern, you just wait. He's going to spawn in the middle. And as you saw, after I hit him, I did a slight hesitation, a slight delay right around where we want to throw our 2 crosses. Okay, and then yeah, we have him down to like 3 or 4 health. Worst case scenario is only down to 5. If the fireballs go over you, that's the slow pattern. So after he despawns and you grab the multiplier, you do that little movement because he's going to spawn on top of you. So we want him to spawn in the middle of that 3rd window pane there, and then we do our jumps, and it's no delay. I just immediately begin throwing once I get to the middle of that 3rd window pane, and so yeah, that's pretty much it. Those elements, if you just have that broken down and you practice each of those elements, you'll start to see the exact same results that people like Janthe, myself, and Bednack and others, K-Mac, who use a setup for Dracula. So I hope you found that to be helpful.